girls like that.
I love Summer Walker.
Yeah, Summer Walker
Love
got it.
her. Yeah, she is all that.
Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 92.
I'm just sharing. I'm just sharing.
You just
I'm
interrupt.
listening.
Nice.
Thanks for interrupting.
Right.
I'm listening. I'm just sharing. Oh wow.
It's
Okay.
episode 92, everybody. Make sure y'all say something in the chat so we can know y'all here. Make sure everybody like and share the video. What's up, Papa?
92, right? 92. Y'all know me.
What's up?
92.
Hey,
Thanks, 92.
Okay.
92. What's up, everybody?
What's up, man? Everybody good?
What's going on? S
Hello,
Gang, what's up?
everybody. Yeah, we're live.
Let's gang it up. Let's gang it up.
What's up, crew? What's on the agenda for this evening?
It's, Miss Karen.
I'm just sharing, everybody. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to get us some more people in here. How everybody doing? Hey, Rhonda.
What's up, all? Shout out to all the members. See y'all in the chat.
What's up? The whole crew
Hmm.
is here tonight, all together at once.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I mean? As we willing them down, we got 8 more shows into that big 100. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. To be exact, October, what is it? October 4th?
Ninth.
Nice.
October 9th is our 100 show. So if you were trying to do the math and trying to figure out in the calendar which one it was, October 9th is going to be our 100 show. And for the first time ever, the four of us will be together in one place. So if you think this right here is crazy, wait till you see what's going on. Now we got armed guards, we got metal detectors, we got dogs and whistles because we don't know what KD might bring in those doors. You know, pistols and whips. We don't need. We want to have a great show. So 100. Be on the. Just continue to keep staying in tune with us. We're gonna have more information about that. But I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a crazy show. So let's get into this episode 92 right here. Like we always ask y'all to do every week, like, share, not only comment, but also subscribe if you haven't. All right, and also share it. Share it with your folks. Share it with your folks at your jobs, your family members who might not be a part of Uncensored Minds, the family. Just share it because continue to help us keep going up. And I guarantee y'all they'll like it just as much as y'all do. What's up with y'all? How y'all doing? How was y'all weekend?
Tell a friend. Tell a friend.
Nice,
I'm
nice.
trying
Well,
to
my
get
weekend was good.
I'm trying to get my weekends out of the way so my son can get on and get on out on Thursday.
I work the weekend. So it's just like it just fly by me. So I mean, I just worked all weekend. But that's
Hmm.
Nice.
okay. It was good nonetheless.
Yeah,
I
for
have no
sure.
complaints at all.
For sure, for sure. Mine was nice and quiet. You know, the usual.
Mm-hmm.
Nice
Solid.
and quiet.
Did y'all see in the comments that Renee said that's actually her birthday?
Right.
Renee is one of our top fans. So Renee, not only will
Oh,
you know what I mean, be celebrating your birthday, but we'll also make sure that your birthday is lit on Sense of Minds way. You know what I mean? So shout out to you. We having 100th episode on your birthday, so that lets us know that how special you are and how valued we treat you here on Sense of Minds. So what's up?
exactly.
What's up, people? What we
So,
got going on tonight?
yeah,
Do we
absolutely.
have an affirmation, Miss Karen, or are we getting that?
We do. Y'all forgive me. Look, I love y'all to death. You know what? I don't know how to act tonight because I'm on a computer again. So I was actually on my phone trying to share so I can get more people to join us tonight. But yes, I'm gonna always come with an affirmation, T, because you and Nell, y'all gonna keep me straight. That's one thing. But thank God I got my girl Ish that can be on my side right now. So this weekend has been one weekend. Wow. It's like a whirlwind. But again, I will not complain. When we ask for things, we never know how those things are going to come, what form they're going to come in to us. So when you ask for things and you affirm with positivity, you never know how it's going to come. This weekend, something great happened. I just cannot exactly say what it is. But as I said, I'm in a new setup. I feel at home, and I'm just feeling loved this weekend. So when you open yourself up, and when you ask and pray for things, never expect for it to come the exact way that you want it, but always expect it to come. And let's get ready for some uncensored mind tonight. Nell and T got me afraid, but hey, let's go with the flow of it. Let's get ready, y'all. Let's get it.
All right, everybody. Y'all want to get hot right into the icebreaker question is,
Okay.
what's your thoughts on the Irv Gotti versus Ashanti shenanigans?
Oh, we getting right into the
Right,
fuck boy shit.
right into
Right.
this. So now,
Okay.
give people a brief background on what partaked with
All
Ashanti.
right, so how we came up to this icebreaker question is Irv Gotti appeared on Drink Champs this past episode. He said, and what Drink Champs is a podcast that's done by Nori, a rapper. He likes to bring back older rappers to kind of give them their flowers.
All the
So
legends.
he's legends.
Yeah.
He sat down with two legends of our Irv Gotti and Ja Rule. Irv Gotti, as you know, is the founder of Murder Inc. And also a producer out there. He produced for the likes of Jay-Z, DMX, Ja Rule, Ashanti, and so many more of your hits from the 90s. He also helped to create and cultivate the career of one of our favorite songbirds, Ashanti. Not only did he produce records for her, he also had a relationship with her. And it came out on Drink Champs that he actually was in a relationship with Ashanti, and this was the same time he was with his wife. The crazy part about it was, he actually sat down and was very candid about the relationship that he had with Ashanti. He held no holds barred, and he kind of got a little belligerent, calling her bitches, saying her career wouldn't be nothing without him, saying that if she wanted to go forward with her career using the music that they produced and using that to re-record to make hits on her own, she has no authority to do that, and he is not clearing anything for her. What's your thoughts about that?
What's up, lady?
Mhm.
Let's get all the fuckery out of the way, ladies.
Yeah, the fuckery, because this is all that fucking Irv Gotti displayed was fuckery. Like I get, yeah, like I get it and I understand the magnitude of his passion for his art and his craft. Like I get it. I get the fact that he has, produced a trifecta of great rappers, Ja Rule, Jay-Z, and DMX, right? I get it. Like I get his passion. I get that, he says that he created Ashanti, all of that stuff. But what the fuck does all of that other stuff that he discussed have to do with the business at hand? Like he was putting a lot of bitch information out there that shouldn't have been out there. He was way in his feelings.
Can I interject and say that he was in his feelings and he definitely shouldn't be doing that as a man? But isn't that something that y'all do all the fucking time?
Yeah, and that's a female tendency. That's it exactly. That's a female tendency. So leave it to us, right, Tim? Right? Leave it to us. Is that what you're saying?
That'll make it right for y'all to run with that. Just because.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
even if it is a female thing and everybody knows that, I don't think y'all should be able to bash him when y'all do the same shit. That's my point.
But do we do this shit to this extent? No. I'm talking about do we do it to this extent? To his extent.
Worse exists than this.
Worse. I don't know, KD. You know anything about worse?
No, can you back me up here?
Yeah, I mean, just going on record and speaking on something that we spoke about a couple shows ago, Danny Lee and the Baby. Danny Lee made a whole album dissing the Baby. Danny Lee went on, Good Morning America and said the reason why her album has this undertones is because of the fuck shit that she went through with the baby.
Right.
And she went on to, to highlight all the shit that she had to go through and calling him a bunch of names and everything like that. So, I mean, we see this often. Again, but does it make it right?
Right.
I'm gonna let y'all decide that.
All right, so let me ask y'all. Hold on, let me ask y'all ladies a question real quick. So, if Irv took care of her and basically created her as an artist, does he not get any leeway?
Why?
Because you would not know who she was if it wasn't.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to say this. He did not create her. He enhanced her. But what she already had that inside of her because he couldn't have done anything with her if she did not possess the talent anyway. So for that, I give him great praise that he did enhance what she already was. As far as what he did, I think he's still in love with her.
Facts.
And he was hurt.
Facts. I believe that, but I want to say, so what should he do in this, situation? Should he just shut up and he just got to eat that because he a man?
Yeah, I mean, what else is he's gonna do? First of all, he need to be like nursing his wife. I mean, isn't he still married?
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Okay, well, obviously he's still in love with her.
He had a record deal before that, Angelia, and they was trying to make her like Whitney Houston, and that wouldn't work.
I mean, he just need to get over it. He's in his feelings. He's in love with her, but what he's done now, I'm quite sure he never get a chance with her because he made himself look weak.
So that's what, right,
bitter too.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So as a man, we're not allowed to sit in this space, right? So now how does he, get over it? How does he heal? Who does he vent to? If he's not allowed to do what he just did, what should a man do, in that circumstance?
Well, I mean, he just got to eat that goat. Just admit that he was in his feelings.
We just got to eat it. I mean, it's
not.
Yeah,
he just got to eat it. He just admitted what he did.
Katie, it's not just about him and his feelings. They also have a business relationship. So for her to say, "I don't want you to," somebody.
Why am I here in the background? Oh. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the man just. Wait a minute. Why am I here in the background, y'all?
Do you have?
Might be yours, Ish.
How about now?
Might be yours, Ish.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I'm back. No, it connected to my Bluetooth in the car. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, I just think he just need to, because I really think he probably see now what he did. He probably had been drinking. He was probably high. He got in his feelings and they show he's human. We all do it from time to time. But then once we do it and we realize, damn, I messed up. Just admit what he did and apologize.
You don't do that. Because he's still gonna say he wasn't wrong. He's just gonna say I shouldn't have said it on the show. But
even that. I mean, okay, so don't apologize for what you said, but how you did it.
So that's what I'm trying to ask y'all though. So as women, y'all are allowed to do that and lash out. I'm asking y'all as a man if he's not allowed to do that.
Well, even if a female did it, I think she should own up to it. I don't care. Right. I don't care if it's a male or female. When you lash out like that on somebody, and it's national like that too. I mean, he's an artist, for goodness sake. He helped enhance artists.
He's not a president.
Well, whatever. He's in that industry, so he know what it is to like try to bring somebody down like that. So he need to recognize what he did, which I think he do, because he see that there's other kings, as y'all can say, or whatever, that's speaking out and saying that it was not a good look for him. So regardless of him being Irv Gotti or whoever, anybody can be brought down by actions.
So
So
it's
I
100.
think that he needs to apologize for what he did because
So
he's hurt himself.
it's 100% on him.
Huh?
It's 100% on him.
Well, he's the one that came out with it in public. So yeah. I mean, she didn't bring it out until he brought it out, right?
Y'all agree?
So for me, I think where it was lost in translation for me is when the disrespect, right? Because you can be in your feelings and you can have feelings about something, just how he said he found out. He said he found out that they were in a relationship basically from a basketball game that he was watching, where he said, "Damn, all this commotion in the arena," and then the announcer stopped and said, "Oh, the commotion was because Nelly just walked in with Ashanti," and at that time, they still was supposed to be in this together. So that's where he said a lot of his feelings came from because she never told him.
Right.
A lot of the hits that she wrote came from him coaching her, him having, him and her making magic together, being together, and they laying in bed and creating a hit, or her being happy was based upon, a moment that they may have shared on vacation or something like that.
Hold on now. And not only that, while I'm facing my life in a trial, you basically have no words for me. Also,
yeah, again, that's why I said he was really, another thing that he was really hurt at is, I jump started your career,
right,
put you on the path of stardom, put you on the path of superstar status, being labeled as the princess of, hip hop and R&B. And at my darkest moment, when I was facing an indictment,
right,
you turned your back and said you were not a part of Murder Inc. You didn't want no parts of it because you didn't know what the outcome may have been, right? You wanted to distance yourself from that. So again, he was hurt. For me, where it got real crazy for me, where I lost the respect of the conversation, because we can have a conversation all day long. The respect was lost for me when it was bitches,
right.
bitch, right? And you know what? I can't even sit up here and be hypocritical and say, damn, any man that call a woman a bitch is wrong, because I've done it.
Right.
And I'm not proud of it. And and this is me learning from my mistakes. So if I ever disrespected a woman and said that out my mouth to her, about her, behind her back, or to her face, I want to apologize sincerely. Because as I'm sitting there looking at that, I see myself reciting those same words and being, a black man who's here to protect our black women, regardless of whatever status we've contributed to helping them get to, right? They're still, at the end of the day, a part of us, right? So you got to respect that. So I want to take that moment right there to make sure that I apologize for that. That's where it got crazy, because we can sit here and say in one breath and show our emotions because we're in love. But then on the flip side, to go and be disrespectful is like, all right, cool. You can't love me and disrespect to those terms, to that great length. And it was just consistent disrespect, right? That's where I got tuned out at, and it had me to take a look inside myself to say, damn, how can I feel disrespected by him saying that and not be disrespected by my own actions that I may have done in the past, or whatever the case may be. So that's where it boiled down for me, right? Then it's almost like we're put in a position to help people, right? If you have the flame, you have the talent, you've been blessed with a gift to be able to help somebody else get to another level of life that they may have dreamt about or attained to, and we help them to get there. You kind of got to eat that. You can't use that and throw it back in their face and say, I did this for you. You can say, I've helped you get there. Now let's be a little bit, you hope and pray that they will be a little bit sympathetic to that and loyal to that. But we can't expect for somebody to say or to do just because we've done something for them to have the same aspirations or the same wherewithal that we would have had towards them in that situation. I think it just could have been handled a whole lot differently when it came to that whole aspect of what it is.
Ladies in the word.
Yeah. Mm, I definitely agree with a lot that you said, Nell, because I mean it's obvious how much he put into her, right? And how he really felt about her. He genuinely cared about her. But I think that overall, you know, he's not chalking up to the fact that she was very young. She obviously had other people steering her career as well. And, you know, a lot of that might not have necessarily been an intention of hers, but with all that he had going on, being married, feds, and all of that stuff, you know, they probably was like, run, girl, run. And she probably did just that, not thinking about how deep it may, in fact, cut him, and anybody else around probably wasn't thinking that either, like, oh my god, you know, he's married, like he don't give a fuck for real, but it obviously he did. He just seems very bitter about it, so hopefully it's something that he can eventually, you know, get past.
That's where
It's a big situation. Is you know, it's something that we all see that we face every day, right?
Right.
We would hope the intentions of somebody that we say we love and somebody who tells us that they love us back, that, you know, be it through thick or thin, that we can count on them. Even if things dissolve, that we still have them somewhat of a friend and there's loyalty still there because, you know, but one thing that we also got to understand is this. I understand her point as well. Her being afraid, her not understanding what that may have looked like, what a federal indictment would look like. And I'm sure she had her people in the background like, get away from him because this ain't right. This ain't cool. This could be a detriment to your career. You could fall in the lines of you can like look at now the whole Young Thug and Gunna and them situation, them being indicted out there in Atlanta, and everybody that's up under Young Thug is getting swept under that umbrella, regardless of their involvement or not. So I guess, you know, she had her mom, who's her manager. She had other people in her family and her circle that probably said, get out now, right? This is your opportunity to get from under him and get yourself free of any of that, right? And then it was also his responsibility to let her know in that same time, I know he's facing what he's facing, and he's probably got so many other thoughts, but baby girl, I got you. Regardless of anything, you cool. Don't worry. Distance yourself, because if I'm facing something and I got love for somebody, I got a circle, and I know I know it's other people that's going to be affected by this. I'm going to let them know. Distance yourself from me because I don't want to pull you in this tidal wave that I'm facing. Let me face it, but let me face it with knowing that I got your support. And that's why I think that's where a lot of the times we drop the balls. We don't have those hard conversations with people. Right. And that's on both ends, because it's up to her to as a person on his label, not being a love interest, a person on his label, to sit down and say, hey, Irv, I know you facing this. I'm scared. What does look like for me? What does look like for us? What does look like for my longevity in this business, or even just my overall like self? Right. And that's he could explain that, and maybe they could have had a better, clear understanding. And then it's up to him to sit her down, or maybe she was just too far gone. Maybe she was just so far with Nelly that she just didn't want to double back, because maybe Nelly had said something to her about, oh, I know you and Irv messing with each other. If you talk to him, you know,
that ego
with us. It's the insecurities that we face, not knowing what it could be and what it had, the long-term implications that it has going forward. But again, it all stems back to what we always say: is communication is key, right? Right. Communication is the most powerful thing that quells any issues. You know, you communicate. If you communicate effectively and efficiently, you both can understand where y'all both coming from. You might not like it, You might not like the outcome of the conversation, but you gotta respect it.
That's true.
Right.
Y'all, I gotta find me some clothes. My son keeping it like shit. I feel like I'm in goddamn damn Antarctica. I'm sitting up here trembling.
I feel like Irv Gotti right now.
Nell Gotti, let's go, Nell Gotti.
Oh, so yeah, excuse me. Should I just like turn the thing off while I?
Bye, Katie.
That's Katie.
Okay, I gotta find me some.
Yes, Katie. So in closing, just tell the man that he has to eat that. Basically, he's not allowed to be his feelings, and he has to eat that.
No, I mean I get it, but again, we talked about last week. We talked so much about just social media exposure, and this was a prime example. And it wasn't online, you know, with the fingers, but it definitely was. You know, just something for that was going to go viral, that was going to be all over social media. And, you know, I think it's just a time and a place for everything. And I think we even mentioned that that could have been like things he elaborated a little bit more on in the documentary versus Drink Champs, where he's intoxicated and, you know, just real loose with the lips. It just wasn't, it was came across very bitter and broken, more or less, and it just wasn't a good look.
Right.
Let's touch on this real quick.
Hold on now. I just want to tell Issa, that's what I was saying. That y'all allowed to have that bitterness and that brokenness.
Yeah, but you know, it's
to do all of that.
I get your point. I do get your point. And there are women that do this. We do this. We do this. And we can do it 50 times worse. I don't disagree at all. But I think one thing we do all agree on is that certain things out in the public eye is just too much.
Yeah, he went too far. All right, now what's Ebony saying?
Let's touch on this, right? Let's touch on that. Let me read this. He signed her to his label and he thought he owned her. As a professional, he has to know that some artists move on, especially when the environment is bad. Ebony, people of the comments, that's what a contract is.
Yes.
When you sign a contract, you sign a proposal saying that I am under you. You own my rights. So in a nutshell, he owned her for 7 albums.
Right.
She gave him 5.
Right.
So as colluded as it may sound, as dirty as it may sound, he owned her. And that was her contractual right to stay there. When I asked you to do something once you signed this contract, that's your right to. That contract is law. Right? Yes. Under circumstances, we hope a person that we sign a contract to has a heart and allows us to get up out of that. But that's the reasons why we sign contracts, is to legally bind that transaction right there. So if the other party gets jumpy, doesn't want to give them what they're owed, doesn't want to produce the way that they're supposed to, they have something legally to fall back on that protects them. Right? Yo, it's not about being in a relationship. She still has a contractual agreement with Murder Inc. as an artist.
Right.
So regardless if it was a relationship or not, you still have to be there.
Right.
Now, again, that's where I said the communication comes in at. If you sit down and may have said, I feel scared. I don't know what this is no more. This is a little bit more than what I signed up for. Are you willing to let me walk? Just because I'm not built for this, maybe it's a different conversation right now. But the moment you take things into your own hands and you start to move differently, that's when we can start to go to, that's when people start putting court documents under your door.
All right, hold on now, because they're saying something about him owning her work-wise, but not sexually. It's not about him owning her sexually. But if this was in reverse and the guy just moved on like that and she didn't know about it and that's how she found out about it, she would call him a fuckboy, right?
Mm.
I just want to see.
Yeah, nobody owns you sexually. Nobody owns you sexually. I don't condone that. The sexual owning.
The
You
sex
know what I mean?
place.
Right.
But we got to make it make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And I mean, even if she wanted to dibble and dabble sexually, I feel like he attacked, like it kind of almost feels like he felt deeper for her than she ever did of him. And maybe it was something she entertained for a little bit, but then it just became too messy, and she just was like, forget this. And so even being attached, dealing with him sexually, I think he got more attached and fell in love.
Right.
And maybe she was happy
Right.
after the sex and wrote a fucking song. Like maybe she was, but at 19, different things happen and different feelings come about. And Nelly was just that. So she was like, all right, he got too much going on over here. You know what I mean? And she
So
shouldn't
you
be
telling me
massacred
anything?
for that.
So you're telling me anybody with a Nell in their name is that? Thank you. Thank you.
You got it. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
But seriously, though, I mean,
Nah, shout outs to them.
Yeah.
We can talk about this all night. We got so much more.
Yeah, Irv didn't have to call her all kinds of bitches.
No.
She also does owe him the respect work wise of not disrespecting Murder Inc. as a brand. I was just trying to get that out.
One thing I do respect though, I gotta respect my man Fat Joe for sticking up and speaking out, right? Because far too often do we sit back and we see people. Far too often do we see people sit back and not say nothing. Right. I want my friends to have the same energy. If I'm in the room, if I'm not in the room, and he's one of them people who she ain't speak up, so he spoke up for her, right? And that's what a real friend do, and that's what the energy that we should always try to strive for. Finding them friends who, when you're not there to defend yourself, they voice is louder than yours most of the time. And that's what one thing that I take from this whole thing. Fat Joe, you got my respect, my brother, because you said, "Oh, all that shit's cool in the gang, but that shit is real wild, entertaining. You getting on here, getting real emotional and real feminine about your feelings for this girl and what you did. At the end of the day, you kind of don't got no leg to stand on, bro. You was married. But then, two, how do you have the right to call her out her name, especially if you said you love her? So shout out to Fat Joe for definitely standing up and speaking out. Again, Ja Rule went on this whole, explanation type of tour, too, to say, I'm in the middle. Irv's my boy. He's my guy. Ashanti's my little sister. She's my sweetheart. That's my sister. So at the end of the day, I appreciate anybody that's going to stand up for their friends and make sure that their friends are highly respected and covered when they're not there to do it for themselves. So shout out to them.
Let's just be mindful when we talk to each other and the words that we use. Like, you could eliminate that whole bitch word. Like, it's not necessary. Like,
you want to eliminate the word bitch?
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, guys, too. Women, we need to start referring to ourselves in that manner, because I hear that more and more.
I do it.
The songs that I like to listen to, the Cardi B's, Megan Thee Stallion,
Big Lotto.
Hey, that's who I love to listen to. But the one thing I do not like is when they refer to themselves, even like I'm that bad bitch, or I'm the other bitch. Why refer to yourself as a bitch when you don't want to be called a bitch?
I agree with that.
That's true.
I agree with that.
Shout out to the females out there. Y'all doing y'all thing.
All right, we have some good news and some bad news and some badder news. But where would y'all like to begin?
Badder news?
Yeah, let's get the badder out the way.
Let's cry.
He said, "Let's cry." You want to get the badder out of the way? All right, so I don't know if people outside of the Philadelphia area, have heard about this story, but there was a young mother who I believe to be either like 32 or 34, who she was in the car with her fiance / baby daddy of 6. slash I got a restraining order on him. And this one morning he decided to stab her 18 times, and the last one leaving the knife stuck in her head. All of this is because of allegedly he thought she was cheating on him. So her name is Ashley Lockhart. She's from Philadelphia. We want to say rest in peace to her. Prayers and wishes to her 6 little girls. And what are y'all thoughts on this whole situation?
Tragic.
Hmm.
Tragedy.
Yeah, this is crazy. This one here. Domestic violence gone way left.
What are y'all thoughts on women who go ahead and get restraining orders and then still go back and be with that person?
Biggest mistake you can make.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the biggest mistake that you can make. I've never went as far as taking a restraining order, but anytime you leave that situation and go back, in hindsight, I couldn't see the danger I was putting myself in because each time it would get worse. And going back is you're giving them even more power to do what they're going to do to you. And then whenever you decide to leave, that's going to make them even worse because now they got more ownership because you came back. Those babies, my prayers to the little girls. But when a woman leave women, I urge you, as a woman who has been there before, and I know it's hard to leave. It may be emotions, it may be threats. I've had them both, but don't believe whatever they threaten you with because men that do that from the beginning are nothing but cowards. You're afraid of them, but they're nothing but cowards. So develop that courage. I know you feel like you can't reach out to people because you do feel alone because they're going to isolate you. So you're going to feel alone, but don't believe that you cannot get away because once you get away, don't go back. Break all ties. Don't go back. But that's the first mistake that she did was to go back, especially with her little girls. And she probably felt she had no other choice.
That's what I
He
was going to
made
ask
her
you.
believe that he was there to help.
Do y'all think that y'all feel trapped when y'all find yourselves in these certain situations?
Yeah. I mean, like I say, mine came from threats against my family. And because you couldn't touch me. But when you threaten my family, then I'm going to protect my family. But I believe what you said that you was going to do to my family.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, now I know it wasn't true. But back then I was weak enough to believe whatever they said because the fear was there.
All right, so this is what I wanted to ask you each. Do you know if they have the death penalty law in PA?
It was the last person that got executed was Gary Heidnick. And I believe that was in the 80s. I do not know for certain if the governors have put back in place. It had been banned, like it was no more at one point. I am not sure if, in fact, it is um, back just yet. And I don't believe it is because we have clients who have gotten life, but no death penalty. So I don't know for certain.
So it's saying that he turns himself in the next day or 2 days later or whatever. So if he pleads a crime of passion as his defense, do you think that would lesser his sentence? And
It definitely is.
do you
I'm
think that
sorry, go ahead.
you think that's something that they'll agree with, that that's what this was?
Yeah, whatever attorney he gets, that's definitely the first argument that they're going to make. This was a crime of passion. He had a mental break from reality. He blacked out. He didn't know what happens. And they will use either the crime of passion or insanity defense. That's kind of typical. You know what I mean? And then there is either going to be an offer made typically there's an offer, or sometimes, homicide will not, the DAs will not make an offer whatsoever, and they'll say, we're going to go to trial, but what do you really go to trial on? In this kind of case, like, this is horrible.
Let me ask you this, Ish. What if, I mean, I don't know if they had a record of the domestication between the two of them, but if they did have a record of domestication between them, even though she went back, if they have a record of that, would that prevent him from being able to get that type of plea?
Yeah, see, sometimes a lot of that is taken into consideration, where the district attorney may say, listen, it's no offer that would ever cross our mouths in a situation like this. So they can clearly say there is no offer, and his defense attorney has to then decide how they're going to proceed and move forward with the case. He can plead open in a case like this, and pleading open meaning that there is no negotiated plea offer. He could plead open, and then leave it in the hands of the judge to sentence him. And then it all really depends on what his gravity score is. If he's a violent offender in the past, we don't know what his criminal background is, his criminal history, if he's been arrested for assault of her before, whatever the case may be. But if this is not her first PFA, or if there's contempt of PFAs and all of that, that is going to be able to be brought over into the criminal case, because there are two different actions. It's one in the criminal court and one in the family court. So,
Well, we do know of one because she had a restraining order against him. So that's one thing that they had in the records of saying that, he was a threat to her. So, him trying to say it was a crime of passion is what I'm trying to say, how they can get around that and fight that possibly, so that he can get the proper justice.
Yeah, I think they definitely going to fight him tooth and nail. I don't think they're going to come to him with no offer for him to be able to get off doing 15 to 20, nothing. I don't foresee that happening.
So my question is, do y'all think a relationship is over once you call the cops, like the meme says? Is a relationship over once either party calls the cops?
No, I've seen people call cops so many times on each other. I mean, no, I don't see it as being over.
What's your thought, Pete?
I don't know. I feel like if obviously no, because sometimes other people call the cops, right? And you don't necessarily call the cops. Other people, the cops can get involved in other ways besides the parties calling, right? But I feel like when you pick up the phone and you dial 911, right, you're in a place where you fear for your safety, either party. So that means that there is something going on in this relationship that's not healthy. Therefore, I feel like maybe some things should be thought about continuing that relationship. So I say, yeah, something's got to give if it gets down to calling the cops on one another.
Were those his kids, y'all? I mean,
yes, all of them.
So it's obvious. It's obvious, that because they both were still young. So I think they probably been together since like high school sweetheart, something like that. So
he just simply snapped.
Yeah.
He just simply snapped.
Yeah.
So Nell, do you have any words on this? I did want to play a video of the daughters.
Yeah, man, it's so heartbreaking. This whole situation is just like dumbfounding. I'm speechless, actually. I'm speechless because a mother is taken away from her 6 girls.
Right.
Not only is a mother taken away from her 6 girls, but their fathers as well.
Right.
So that's a double hit for the children who always are left to suffer.
Right.
mom was tragically killed, and they had a great relationship with their mom. Their mom was very instrumental in their life and made sure that she told them how much she loved them and how important they were to her,
Right.
and how amazing that these young girls were going to be in life, and to stick together, to always believe in yourself. Because as we've seen videos, especially here in the Philadelphia area, being played on the news, being friends on social media, of the things that she did. She's a very intricate part of her neighborhood. A lot of people knew her and loved her, um, and to see this happen, it is a cry for help, right? Um, Again, as we always state on here, just being in control of your emotions and how intricate that is,
Yeah.
and how important that is. As much as we want to say, "Oh, I'm emotional," and that's just me, that's my makeup. Controlling your emotions could be the tipping point of us going out here committing a crime. And once we commit it, we sitting back and saying, "Damn, why did I do that?" And knowing the repercussions that come with that. Um, Protecting our women is key. Um, Anger management, key. As I said before on a couple of shows, one thing that we are not privy to and coming up when we are taught is we are not taught emotional intelligence.
Right.
Right? We are not taught how to be emotionally intelligent in our feelings and also the feelings of others, or being able to decipher how to move through our emotions without allowing it to take us down the wrong path or to put us in harm's way. And at the end of the day, everybody loses, just like Sarah says, because these children are now mother and fatherless. The parent of the young lady who was taken from us, Ashley Lockhart's family, is without a daughter, a niece, a granddaughter. The gentleman, Mr. Thompson, right? I mean, his name is Raymond Thompson. His daughters don't have a father. His mother don't have a son that's out here in the street anymore. He's going to be behind bars and possibly facing life in jail, or even, as the district attorney says, is going to try to seek the death penalty, which is, as each said, so eloquently put, the was needs governor approval for that. So there's a lot of things that we can sit back and just be like, damn, it's unfortunate. And how did it get to these levels? But it also should wake us up and being able to check on our friends, our loved ones, and making sure those that have issues with others are making sure we have them in the right situations. We get them the right necessary help. We keeping an eye on them, and just to make sure things like this don't happen to them. But also taking care of our own mental health to make sure that we are controlling our emotions, because just like that, we can snap. And we sometimes we hang it on the rack up. Oh, I'm petty,
Right.
or that's just my makeup, or I'm just an emotional person. But when do our emotions get the best of us and take us over the edge? That's what we got to be vigilant of, and make sure that we're doing our very best to make sure that we are not only protecting, but also being the protectors.
So domestic disputes are up, and there has been a lot more women, getting killed or getting seriously injured in these situations. So I just want to say that even if it's not just for women, even for men as well, that first slight of violence, you need to just go ahead and move on. It ain't even worth it.
And COVID, I still, ever since COVID, everybody has been suffering more emotionally. That has put the world in a totally different spin. And like Nell say, we need to check on our friends more. One thing I can say about Ebony and I, every single day we talk. When I say every day, and we can tell by the other one's voice, even if the other one don't say anything. But have somebody that you can reach out to, because yeah, look at Irv Gotti. Like I say, he's human. Yeah, he's done great things. The man is a genius, but he's still at the end of the day a human who is also being affected by what's going on in the world. And when you're being affected like that, you're gonna act out emotionally and you can snap.
All right, so I just wanted to play a quick video of her, speaking to her daughters.
My mind's made up just to go an extra mile.
I won't let back chillin', that's simply illin'. Responsibility is to be a better me. Go me, I made up my mind to set my goals high. And if I believe I will achieve, I'm gonna be a better me.
Yay!
They're gonna be some strong young women. Y'all hear me? They're gonna need some prayer. But she got them prepared. That song right there shows what type of female she was. She wasn't a weak woman, and she taught them not to be weak. That one song right there is going to grow them into the women they need to be. That's not to say that they're not going to face things. That's not to say that they're not going to have to go through a whole lot of stuff. But what that is going to say is that they are prepared to get through it.
Any last words, Aisha, before we get a move on?
Yeah, just keep them babies in y'all prayers. That's all we can do.
Do they have a GoFundMe or anything for them, y'all?
I think they do.
Yeah, all 6 of them have separate GoFundMes, and then there's one that support. They're called what are they called? The Super Six.
Yeah,
here in Philly.
Six Charms.
Six Charms.
Okay, maybe can we run it, T?
I'll put it in the link underneath the video after this airs.
Okay.
And again, if anybody is out there facing any domestic violence, please call the National Domestic Violence Hotline. Support and resources and advice for your safety is 24/7. The number is 800-799-SAFE. Again, 1-800-799-SAFE.
I will post that link for their GoFundMe in the description of this video. All right, Nell, do you want to
from there?
These shenanigans.
You go from there, yeah. This is shenanigans hour. This is the shenanigans hour. This is where we open the door for the shenanigans. As this is going to be the ones that start to open up the floodgates in the comments. This is where we're going to start to decompress, get out of our bag, our tearful bag, and discuss some real life shit. So this is where we're going with it, right?
Hold on now. I'm gonna just start the video and then we'll.
Yeah, just start the video because
I got to go
on from there.
It's like I got to choose between my child and my marriage, and the shit getting old. It's getting very old and frustrating.
Between your child and your marriage, what is you doing? I mean, like, what's going on?
I'm recording, man.
No, I ain't recording because you ain't dropping that shit. I don't give a damn about no Facebook, no YouTube, or nothing. No. And I don't care nothing about that. Because my thing is right here, you pay $500 a month. You can drop it. I'm going to put your business out there. You pay $500 fucking dollars a month in child support, and ain't nobody but doing no extra. No shoes, no clothes, no toys, no nothing. Fuck all that.
What you talking about, man? My son needs some shoes.
I don't give a damn. No, she can get the shoes out the child support money. She get the shoes out the child support money. That's what you pay child support for. The court ordered child support. You ain't got to do shit else. And she ain't gifting nothing else. She should have never took the fucking child support out if she needed more money.
You shouldn't feel like that, though, man.
Why shouldn't I feel like that?
That's my fucking child.
I don't fuck that child. Fuck you too. I don't give a damn about that. Shoes. Come on, to get some extra shoes and you pay $500 fucking dollars a month in child support. You ain't buying no shoes. You ain't buying no fucking shoes. You buy shoes. You buy the shoes. You.
All right, as y'all can see, it got a little crazy.
You know what I did?
So who's right and who's wrong? Let's get into it.
Do you know what I did?
Hey,
I went on a
Thursday, y'all, when we talked about this, I didn't hear the whole thing. She said, "Fuck your child."
Yes.
I told you, KD.
Oh no, that's too far.
I bought the shoes.
No.
Bought the shoes.
No.
Let's get right into it. Let's smack right down into it.
Out of pocket.
If you haven't heard, her husband, who she is now with, pays child support every month of $500. Not only is he paying child support, but child called and asked could he get a pair of shoes. The wife is saying, if you buy these shoes, you got to get out. As the video proceeds, you see her packing up his shit if he buys them shoes.
Right.
Who do you think is right or wrong? Do you think the man should be paying child support and going out and buying these shoes? Or do you think the wife is right where $500 is enough? You better not buy no shoes. She don't need no more money. What she got is enough.
Miss Karen.
Mm-hmm. Now, when we spoke on this Thursday, like I say, I had not seen the entire video. Now, I have been in that position, and I told them on Thursday, I would never put myself in that position again, because what I figured before I heard the heifer call that girl, okay, before I saw all of that, what I was saying was, if he's paying $500 a month, what if they were on a budget at their own home, and that extra money that he wanted for those tennis shoes is going to put them in a bind? Now, also, I said this, by him doing that, in her mind and in my mind, what that would be to me is he's giving the baby mama extra money.
Here we
that's
go.
money that she okay, so that's like putting money into her pocket to go and have her damn nail done when mine's sitting up here looking like a goddamn crow. So yeah, I said that it wasn't gonna work that way.
That don't matter to me. Yeah. I don't care about none of that. I got a responsibility to my child. $500 a month. If my child needs shoes, I'm paying for it. It don't matter if the money going to pay her nails. Do you not understand? $500 in this time of day ain't shit. Child care is more than $500. Gas is more than $500 a month to transport the little motherfuckers back to school and fun activities. Plus, that's still my child. Right. I don't care if I got to take from my home and I got to eat peanut butter and jellies for a week. That's my child.
Right.
That's a sacrifice that I have to make once we'd agreed that we were going to have this child. And the moment that I married you as my wife, you assume the responsibilities that come along with me, the same as I assume the responsibilities that come along with you. That's a part of our monthly household expense. My child. I can't just say to my child, son, daughter, Guadalupe, Cologero, I can't buy you shoes because I give your mom $500 a month.
Hold, Nell, because Ebony's been going on and going in. So child support is not to help pay for lights and rent, is it, y'all? Is child support for that? To help with that?
No, Ebony is saying like help, and see, this is what I'm saying right here. I say I never put myself in that position because that's what I figure like she's thinking. But like I told y'all Thursday, I've been in that position before. I was the one who would actually buy the extra for my stepkids because, like Nell say, if you sign up for that, when you marry a person and you know that they have those kids, you not only marry that person, you're marrying those children.
All right, hold on, KD. But my question was, if we had a baby and I'm paying you child support, are you allowed or supposed to use it on your electric bill or rent?
Well, you're supposed to use it
Part
towards
of
the
For that
household.
too.
is that part
Towards
of
the household, because either way it's going to be helping the child. So you just use it towards the household, whichever way you need to use it. Just don't use my shit at no nail shop.
Why?
so
Why? I don't care what you use it at. I don't care. Because her paycheck, so the baby mama's paycheck that she makes too is going towards the child, right?
Well,
Cardinal,
she can take her
Cardinal,
paycheck and
no,
go to the nail shop.
but this is the thing. Cardinal, all the expenses that child is living under that roof and being taken care of by that one parent, right? It's well over $500.
man, listen. All I'm
So
saying
if
is,
I can't ration out. I'm giving money to support my.
Not if they Section 8.
hold on now. Hold on now. If I gotta pay your rent and your electric bill, I'm going to go get snipped. Because
Okay.
But this is the thing. I get it. I get all that, right? The moment that money leaves my account, my check or whatever, I'm hopefully under the impression that my child is being taken care of. When I pull up, my child's always clean, my child's healthy, my child don't.
so this is what I'm saying. Hold on,
And
E. Hold on, E. So this is what I'm saying. So now, so say she used your child support money to pay her rent or to pay her light bill, but when you see your kid is dirtier than a motherfucker and hasn't eaten in a couple days.
then that's a real issue right there. That's the issue where now I see that and I gotta do the next best thing. I gotta pull my child out of them situations. It ain't even a conversation about where my money going to. I understand that this just is not the place my child is going to be in the best environment for themselves. It ain't an argument. It ain't a you ain't this, you ain't shit. No, it's clear that you can't handle this on your own. This money is not enough.
Yeah, that was my point right there.
So
Because
I'm gonna
those
take
are the issues I've seen where they get this money for those children, and children look like shit, but they always look on top of the world. See,
man,
that's what burned me up right there.
This thing though. This the thing. It's a sticky situation because young kids go out and play and get dirty and look crazy.
No, I'm not talking about in that matter. I mean that their hair groomed and stuff, the basic stuff. I'm not talking about playing in the dirt. No, I mean like.
But this the thing.
To the
I think what's lost in translation is money ain't everything. I don't care if I'm giving $1,000 a month as a man, as their father, regardless if child support is coming out. There's a responsibility that I still owe to them.
I know.
Haircuts.
I don't think you're following what I'm saying, though, Nell.
Even if I'm getting money, and they still look a mess, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's still a part of me that's still responsible for them as well. That money coming out ain't the end all be all of my relationship with them. That's just covering expenses, whatever that may be. I'm still.
That's what I'm saying. So
my daughter
you give this extra money for those.
I don't care if it's extra. It ain't extra to me.
See, that's what I'm saying. T, as a man, and you have given extra money, and you're paying child support. But when you see your child, the hair is not kempt. You know what I'm saying? Have on raggedy clothes, have on shoes from Walmart. You know what I'm saying? But yet you gave the extra money for the shoes. I mean, wouldn't that bother you? That you're giving the money to her, but the child is still not.
Right, Katie. That would bother me, and that would be like Nell said when I go and remove the child and take the child myself.
Yeah,
but look, you got to understand.
But how many men actually do that?
Yeah, a lot don't, but
I don't. But that's
my point.
That's the best solution.
We're not going to say who don't do it. We're going to say if that was the situation, right? I still got to, regardless of monetary, I still got a responsibility to my child if I'm in the home, if I'm not. That's still my child. I don't care if I'm giving extra money. They got a place to stay. They safe. They haircut ain't cut. Okay. They got on dirty Walmart sneakers. Okay. They got a roof over their head, which is expensive. They got food in their mouth. Expensive. Things are expensive. $500 ain't covering expenses.
So, right? So hold on. Let me ask Aisha. Is this more of a question of her not wanting him to give the money to another female, or her telling him what he can do with his own money, trying to be in control.
I think it's definitely a control factor, and it could be a little bit of both. For the simple fact that sometimes it can be looked at as him providing that one little amount should be enough. This is what the court is saying. This is what our household is able to give at this time, and so therefore you're not giving her nothing extra, you know what I mean? And then she's being controlling of him and his money as well. So I think she's wrong all the way around the board, for the simple fact that you can't tell a man what to do with his money. Number one, that's first and foremost, sis. That's where you lost a lot of brownie points. Matter of fact, that's where they all went down the toilet. You can't control a man and his money. And then secondly, you're showing him that being his significant other, his wife or whatever she was, that you don't give a fuck about him, for the simple fact that you saying fuck his kids. Sis, what? Like
That's lost.
Yeah, I got certain words and certain phrases that once you say, it's a wrap. Yeah. And even when you do say that phrase, make sure you say it over all the way down there.
It's time to be a wrap.
I seen in the comments a couple of people back. Somebody said he's right, but he shouldn't have never brought that to her. I don't gotta sneak around for my child. If you know I got a child, I'm not sneaking. If I tell you I'm buying my child some sneaks, that's what it is. We can have a conversation about it, and the conversation may go a little bit like this. Hun, how you doing? Cologio and Guadalupe, they need a pair of sneaks. I was thinking about getting them a pair of Nikes and a pair of Jordans. I'm letting you know that tomorrow I'm probably gonna come home late because I'm stopping by the sneaker store. Right. It ain't no I'm asking you for permission. I'm not it's out of respect that I'm gonna say I'm taking a few dollars out the account if we got a joint account, just so you know if you need to ledger it all out. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna take care of my kids by all means necessary. I'm not going to let somebody else dictate how I take care of my kids. Okay. Right? Because at the end of the day, they're my children. I don't care about if your nails ain't done, then that's something I gotta work a little bit harder for and sacrifice a little bit more. But at the end of the day, my child is gonna get what they need. $500, $1,000, or $2,000. If my child calls or the mother of my child calls and says this is what is needed, then Darnell was going out and doing what Darnell needs to do. And I cannot solely rely on her to do everything. I have to step up and be an intricate part as their father that I need to be. So to answer the question about if the kids look a mess, even if I'm spending extra money, then you know what? That just means I need to step up a little more. That means she needs a little bit more help. I need to go take them to their weekly hairdresser appointments and barbershop appointments every week. That means I need them. I might need to go to the house and say, you know what? Let me get the load of clothes. I'm gonna do the clothes this week. I'll wash the clothes. Just put them in a bag. When I come pick them up, I'll wash them, fold them, and make sure they get back to you so they can have clean clothes. Whatever the case may be, needs to be, that's what it's going to be. It ain't going to be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because ultimately, who suffers? Kids. Not the adults. The kids. The kids are the ones who are the ones put in the middle of this unnecessary drama. The kids don't need to suffer. And people can say, no, well, it's easy for you to say you don't got no kids. I was a child. I was a kid that was on child support. If the money was sent and she needed to pay whatever she needed to do, and she still had a husband, it was taken care. It doesn't matter, because there's things that the other party does at the house where the kids at that you may never see or do. And your $500, your little $500 ain't covering all that. They got cable, they got cell phones, they got tablets, they got all the latest electronics and doohickeys. That shit more than $400. So if you say I need some sneakers, boo boo, we gonna get some sneakers tomorrow. You riding with me or not? That's what it would have been. Shorty, she said you can get out. See, I guess I see you and I see it. Peace.
Well, she would have been peace out when she said fuck you and your child. I mean, thankfully, I don't think as many females out there that way. I would hope not. Like Ebony say about,
Yo,
you
you
know,
got too much trust in them, KD. There's a lot of
huh?
females out here like that.
Well, maybe so, but like I said, you know, when with my step kids, anything they wanted, they would come to me before they went to their dad, and that's no lie. I mean, because I knew what I was getting into, and there's no way that I would have said no to them, and ain't no way in the world. I think
Mm-mm.
that's just the type of female she is.
I'm
Yeah.
not
And it
straight
shows how
father.
weak he is when he up there, baby, don't do that. I mean, they just in toxicity right there.
Yeah, she definitely was in control of that
Because he should have slapped the shit
relationship.
out of her when she said, fuck your child.
Damn, KD.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
that's
She
domestic
should have
violence, KD.
no domestic
I mean,
violence.
no.
now. Do you only have a problem with that because she said "fuck your kids"? Would you would have had a problem if we really went outside and I sent her 500, but I got to buy my child some sneaks and I took from the home budget? Would you have a problem with that aspect of it, or do you more or less have a problem with the "fuck your kid" situation?
As I said, I've been in that situation before, and I never had a problem with my stepkids getting extra ever. I mean, because it's what I signed up for.
Right.
So no, I wouldn't have an issue with that.
But
Nice.
you would have an issue, and he didn't take your ass to dinner though. Dinner,
Yeah,
you
now I would
Yeah,
have
but
an
I
issue if I had
ain't.
to
You
have
can't take
flowers
me to dinner.
while I'm going
But
over there. Now I got to ride over there to the baby mama house. I better be looking more fly than their baby mama. That's all I'm gonna say. Then
Why?
let's go on the roll on over there.
Why though? Is it a compy? Is it a competition?
No, it's a sugar
Oh
daddy.
no, I just want to make sure I'm looking fly.
Screaming
But
sugar
I will be making my own to make sure I look fly. That's for sure.
sure, yeah.
All right, so
But
this
I
is
think
another
too.
question. Another layer in this question. What if the mother couldn't handle the responsibilities of her own home by herself? Would you allow her to move into the home?
Hell to the no.
No, what the fuck?
Isn't this what we're going to transition to the next part of part two?
I
With
would
the
never.
baby mom in the back seat?
I would.
Taking
Never,
Yeah,
rides?
yeah.
I would never have my baby moms living together.
Thank you,
Lord Jesus.
nephew. Y'all don't y'all pass that angel part right there, okay? Don't act like y'all don't see that angel part.
Who's your,
That's my
who's your
nephew.
no,
Yes,
No,
you
I
are,
think you being
KD.
sarcastic. I
who's your
think you
Thank
being
you,
sarcastic.
nephew. No, see, he's the same age as my stepkids, and he know what I did for them.
what you was about to say though, Ish?
I don't even remember.
All right, so
I don't even remember.
we could wrap this up.
Mama in?
What you say now?
You moving the baby mama in?
Oh yeah. No, that's I was like, no. Mm.
And I'm not moving.
Although Nell, I do
Sorry.
know a situation where that
I
do
would
exist.
I helped fill out some applications and shit for
I would
housing.
sleep outside before I went to my baby mom's house and slept there with her and her new dude. Like I would sleep outside. I do that, man. Where we go?
Right.
Like I say, I know where it did exist, and think it still does from time to time, where the baby mama stay in the house with them.
Absolutely.
That's crazy. Man.
Mm.
More power to them. That's all I gotta say.
You lining yourself up.
So does that now lead us to part two of domestics and kids? We had another thing we talked about on Thursday. When we talked about KD shared a video of a young lady in the front seat cursing her boyfriend out because he picked up his baby mom with her in the car to take her and the child to a doctor's appointment. How do y'all feel about that?
What's up, ladies?
Yeah, when I first saw that video, no. First of all, I think we established that there was no problem with him giving his baby mom a ride anywhere, or him taking his baby mom and the kid anywhere, or them doing anything together. I think we established that from my point of view, right? But I think where the problem came in at,
I can't let you glide past what you just said, because that's a small a small portion
what?
that's going to agree with that. I can agree with you hanging out with your baby mom and doing what you gotta do. It's going to be a small portion of women that's okay with that.
Yeah. I mean, you have to do what it is that you have to do to care for your child. And if that means that y'all have to go places together, talk on the phone together, parent together, co-parent together, by all means do that, right? I'm all for it, because that's what it takes. Two parents to raise a kid. However, if we about to go pick up baby mom, you should let somebody know in advance. You can't just, baby mom just can't hop in the car like, what's up? Excuse me? No.
All right, Ish, what if you the baby mom? Are you taking a ride?
I'm gonna be like, yo, did you tell your chick that I'm coming? And if you ain't gonna tell her, then I'm gonna tell her. That's just how, this is just how you're supposed to operate. Like, that is so uncool, because there may not be any bad blood. There may not be, it's just out of mutual respect for both parties to just say, hey, listen, I'm about to go pick up my baby mom. She needs to take the baby to the doctors, all of that stuff. I'm just wanting to let you know that we about to go pick her up. For her to just be hopping in the car like that.
So I'm gonna let you answer this question, because I know what Miss Karen is gonna say down there. So if he does one of these activities and he doesn't make you aware of it, and then you find out about it, is he automatically guilty of them fooling around?
No.
Miss Karen?
No.
Okay. Nephew, that's where the wings come off right here. Fuck that. Call a goddamn Uber. Hell no. Take care of that child. I don't care about all of that. Trust me, I will help by the child. But I be goddamn if I'm gonna be riding in the car with her. I be damn if you're gonna have to be taking her here. Hell no. Uber her ass there and meet her at the doctor's office or whatever. But hell no.
What if you the baby mom, Karen?
I'm not gonna even call for the ex.
No, he just see you walking down the street,
I don't want him to pick me up.
You got to
keep going. Hell no.
Just keep riding past you.
No.
You heard that.
Keep on walking.
Just keep riding past you.
Keep on riding. I would turn my head like I don't even see. I don't want to ride.
I just want to make sure that Katie is walking, y'all. She not accepting the ride.
No.
All right. So how about this? How about if you're the baby mom, or you're the girlfriend, and we're riding past, and I said, oh shit, we on our way to the doctor. I gotta meet with Guadalupe mom, because we taking her to the doctor because she's been real sick. And we ride past and she's standing on the bus stop with the baby. Can I pull over and pick her up and take her to the doctor's with you in the car? Would you have a problem with that?
No, not in that situation.
That's almost like what it was. He on his way, he had his girlfriend. They was on their way to take him to the doctor's office. He stopped and got his girl so she could know what was going on. And she spazzed out and wilded out.
All right, hold on, because I want to address what Diana said in the chat. She said, why the secret? So is it a secret if you might just want to avoid the confrontation? Are y'all still?
Well, yeah, you're intentionally hiding it, but if it's some shit that just happened, then it's not a secret. Like, just some shit.
No, it's intentional. He's like, he don't have nothing going on with his baby mom or nothing, but he has to take her and the kid to the doctor. But he's not going to say nothing to you because he don't want to argue about it. So he just go and do it, and then he come back home. Is that a secret?
Yeah, that's a secret.
You feel the same way, KJ?
Yeah, I mean, if you omitting facts, and then I find out about it later on, like, I saw Nell, I saw T, at the doctor with so and so the other day. Oh, you did? Well, I didn't even know the baby was sick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a violation right there.
It's a violation, though. I just want you to
And
know.
I get not wanting to bring it up for the fact that you don't want to go through no drama about some shit that you're not even doing. Like, I get that. But then let her, if she finds out, it's going to look exactly like that. It's going to
Yeah.
look like you're hiding something and that you do have something going on with her.
Mhm.
So therefore, you know what I mean? Just be like, listen, I'm about to do X, Y, and Z. All right, I ain't trying to hear that shit, and just keep it moving.
So
Yeah.
But at least you would have told her.
So is every conversation that you have with your child's mother or father supposed to be then conversed with your mate?
No.
So that's the question. So every time you conversate with your child's mother,
are you keeping a secret?
Tell your current relationship what the conversation was.
Right. Are you keeping a secret?
Right. I get what you're saying, but the conversations, they flow freely. He's saying, I'm intentionally omitting this because I don't want to get into no interaction with you. Mm-hmm. Conversations happen all day long, especially with kids. School shit, sports shit, doctor shit, clothes shit, sneaker shit. No, you don't got to check in and tell me every conversation that's being had. Those are spur of the moment things that you and the other parents, you guys are co-parenting. But when you are intentionally omitting something because we about to go do X, Y, and Z, and you are omitting that because you don't want me to react, then that's keeping a secret.
And now, however, if you having a conversation with him about extra money, then yeah, that's a conversation I need to know that you had, because that's gonna affect our budget or whatever. Now, just yeah, that's a conversation right there. Like, say they needed glasses, they need braces, they need, yeah. Then I need to know. Okay, I spoke with so and so today. You know, Junior need glasses. You know, because that's something that the household need to know about. That would be a costly expense.
Where y'all working at? Walmart?
Like, what do you mean?
If you get into a relationship with somebody that got kids, don't you understand that the kids always gonna need something?
Right.
So for me to say to you every time,
and they come first.
Braces, I mean, Junior needed some socks
for that budget. They come first for that budget.
Why do we have to budget for something that you know is already there? I got
because
a child.
You're in a household with your wife.
Yeah, but you understand.
And something that costly, braces cost a lot of money. Something that costly need to be discussed with your mate.
Need to be discussed, or am I just telling you?
And yes, the kids do come first. But if it's something like that that is coming out of that household, because it's not a kid that you have inside that household where you will know already. That's our kid that is outside of the household. We got an extra expense that has come. Not that it's going to be anything wrong with it, but out of respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a big respect thing right there.
All right. So what if all right, that's cool. I get that. So what happens if let's say I choose to go out one day and buy myself before I stopped at the mall and got me a pair of sneakers. That's my vice. I went and did that. I didn't talk to you about it. I went and did it. That would be okay, right? Because it's for me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why? If that's coming out the household expenses, I'm buying something that's coming out of expenses. I don't gotta tell you about something I want, but I gotta tell you about something that my child needs. We got to discuss that
again. It's out of a respect to me.
So I don't have to show you respect when I go out here and spend $250 on a pair of Jordans. Right. But I got to show you respect on something I got to spend $75 on for him.
Out of respect, I would say.
I told you, man.
Respect what? I'm not mature enough to understand.
Because I think I don't mean to cut you off, but here's what I think Katie is trying to say, right? You and I are a unit. We're a unit. And this is our unit, right? We have a household, we have bills, we have cars, we have savings, we have whatever, right? We allot a certain amount of money for child support. We allot a certain amount of money for X, Y, and Z, whatever. What she's basically saying is, if she wants to buy a purse for her, sure, she might go out and get a little purse, right? If you go out and you buy some sneakers, then cool, whatever the case may be. But you guys both still know what your unit's pot is, right? But what she's saying is the child, yes, right, is getting child support or whatever the case may be, but that is outside. It's a unit, yes, but it's outside of the household. So I think she's just saying, just be respectful and say, hey,
Well, I mean,
X, Y, and
not
Z.
even that, Aisha. I mean, like shoes or something like that. Yeah, that's fine. But when it comes to the child's something pertaining to health care, because we all know that health care is costly. When it's something of a big bill like that.
She just saying being respectful, just to let us agree on this together. And I think
do I have to agree with her to bring a Louis Vuitton bag and that costs $300?
Nope.
Or is that okay?
Yep, that's okay because it's not about another woman. That's the whole.
Because you're surprising her. I mean, you are surprising her. So, I mean, like she may come in with you a pair of sneakers.
Katie, ain't we surprising her when we bought our other child outside of this house, a pair of Jordans? Ain't we surprising her too at that time? Ain't that a surprise too?
Yeah, but it's surprising in the wrong way.
My main question with that whole thing is, are we not mature enough to understand what comes with being a parent?
Right.
That there are going to be expenses that can't be controlled. There are going to be expenses that come up all the time. There are going to be things that child needs outside of child support. Are we not mature enough to understand that? Are we not mature enough that I am a responsible parent willing to do any and everything it takes to make sure that my child always has? So given that, why do I have to explain if that's understood?
It's not that you have to explain. Only thing I said is if y'all have a mutual respect towards each other, it's out of respect.
That's what
That's
it is.
all I'm saying.
So if you buying her something, cool. If you buying somebody else something, not cool.
Well, it's out of respect. Plain and simple. It's out of respect.
No, that's a lot of respect right there. If you buy her something cool, buy somebody else something.
And besides,
but I think Nell is speaking from, as always, and I say this a lot, Nell, you are definitely speaking from a solid man's point of view, because there are people who balk at, $300 for child support and don't want to do that, and wish they baby mom would ask for something different. For you, it's so effortless. You know what I mean? And women have to deal with the fact that they are just simply not getting enough. Period. You know what I mean? So, I love your point of view because it's always coming from the way that it should be coming from, like that of a solid man, of a good father, a good protector. You know what I mean? But there is always, that other side of the coin, unfortunately, that is just not so together, let's just say. And from the woman's point, and from the woman's standpoint too, because he could be given $500 plus an extra, 400 in sneakers and shoes and all of that, and she could be misappropriating the funds and doing whatever, and then that's a whole shit show on the other end too. So it's just a real crazy situation sometimes. The co-parenting.
I think what I'm trying to help be understood is when we get into situations, when we get into people's lives, we have to understand what that looks like. Totally, it ain't just this on the surface. It's deeper than the surface. If you get into a relationship with somebody that has kids, there's an expectation that they should take care of their kids, not take care of their kids based upon what the system says.
But hold on now. We can't say it's expectation for them to take care of the kid because a lot of people be with people and they don't be taking care of their fucking kids.
No. I get it. But in this situation with the gentleman with the $500, he's taking care of his responsibility based upon what the court says, right?
Right.
But then he also wants to do what he needs to do to make sure that his child has shoes.
Right.
And his partner should also be aware of that. That regardless of what this $500 is going to cover, whatever, that child still needs things. And if I need to take care of my child, whatever that expense may be, I got to do what I got to do. Not the moment I want to do when I need, the moment I had to do extra, I get put out or I get reprimanded or I get, or I'm looked upon as being less than. That's where the problem comes in at.
Right.
It's like you as my partner, you knew what it was. But then too, where's the responsibility and the maturity to say, let him do him? Because that child needs his father and it still needs to be taken care of regardless of whatever he's given.
All right, hold on now, because I want to ask Ish about Carmel's comment. So, Ish, would that matter if he gave the money in hand or he bought whatever he's supposed to buy? Would that matter to you?
No. I don't think it would matter to me because I would trust him. I would trust him and his judgment. You know what I mean? I would trust him. I would trust his judgment, and I would say, okay, if he's going to give her the money, then obviously he feels confident enough that she's going to utilize it for what it needs to be used for. You know what I mean? So I don't think it would matter to me either way.
All right, KD, would you feel better if he went out and bought the shoes himself versus putting the money in her hands to do it?
Yeah, that would be a whole lot better. Yeah, totally. Because you're actually buying it for the child. I mean, yeah.
But it's 12 months out the year, right? It's 12. Let's count. Let's do simple math right now. It's 12 months out the year. I'm giving $500 a month, right? That child needs sneakers probably every month.
Hold on now.
Or twice a couple times a month.
Hold on now. So KD is saying because you're actually went and buying the sneakers. Even if he gave the mom the money, that could still go to buying the sneakers. So it could still be the same thing.
Well, you know what? In that case, I mean, being that insistent on putting the money in the woman's hand, I would say that I would be doing like that woman, packing your shit, because by then I'm feeling you want to do it.
All right.
Say his shit, he got to get the fuck out.
So what if I gotta get up?
I mean, because what's the big deal of if you buy that?
What happens
if I would have no problem with it, like I said.
Right. But so KD, what if you called me? You're the child's mother. Isha's the child mother. You my wife. Ish calls me and said, "No, school is Monday. It's Friday. It's Thursday. It's Wednesday, or whatever, right? He needs shoes. I can't afford the shoes. I don't got enough for the shoes. I did the uniforms. All right. I don't get paid until Wednesday." She said, "All right, I can foot the bill or get it from somebody else. Just give it back to me." I'm putting the money in her hand because she already got them. Right. I'm just doing whatever I need to do.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. There is nothing wrong with that.
It's the same thing. How can we tell somebody what to do with the money once we give it to them? We can't tell
somebody. I say, hey, again, now you're talking to a stepmom who bought her stepkids anyway. You're talking to a stepmom who bought her stepkids anyway. But
like the moment we start putting
an expense like that came out, then my then husband and I we discussed, he always told me, well, so and so need glasses. We're gonna have okay, I got no problem with so and so need this. Okay, we're gonna do it. But he did it out of respect, not asking my permission. Because he's gonna do for those kids, but out of respect.
A lot of respect, boy. Should have paid.
But it seemed like the other guy showed respect as well because she knew exactly what he was trying to do. That he was going to buy the shoes, or the conversation about can you get the shoes too?
Well, like I said, now old girl was totally out of order on that one. I mean,
are we out of order when we are? So, is there a level that we have to obtain by when we know what we're getting ourselves into? Because y'all always tell us, women always quick to tell us, if you want to get with me and I got kids, it's a package. and understand what come with that. All right. And so if it's a package when it comes to us getting with the women, is it also not a package when you get with a man that got kids?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's
come
You
exactly
already
what
on.
I
know.
Of
said.
course.
You know
Of
what you
Already
course.
know.
get into.
So if that's the
Any
case, you already know that kids are an expense.
Yeah, but
They are a liability.
hold on, Nell. These is my kids and those is your kids. That's what she gonna say to you.
It's my paycheck, and I can do with
You
it as I
can't
choose.
do it like that.
Why?
Now, once y'all come together with kids, you join those kids together because you become
Mhm.
a family. There's no
Absolutely.
separation.
So if that's the case, if
hold
we're a
on,
family
hold
outside
on,
of
hold on, Nell, because I want to stay right there. Do people always do that when those other kids don't live with y'all? Hell no. Your other kids that don't live with y'all, she is not treating them like that. Not all the time. Don't act like
As I said, the children are always working now.
Yeah.
Am I inviting the mama to the house? No, that ain't going down.
you gotta be cordial, people.
well, I'm Bob, I care whatever. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Throw me out.
But I think any real woman is not going to want to deal with a man who is not going to do everything in his power to provide for his children, whatever
That's
that may
right,
be.
because it shows that he's a strong man. Mhm.
Right.
It's bullshit. I got shit out here that's
I mean, what I
yeah.
mean, how though? Because I mean,
You
what
got chicks out
woman?
here dating niggas that deadbeats to their children, and they got 4 kids by this nigga, and he got
Right,
6
because
by.
they're being selfish. Right. I agree.
They think they could change them.
Right,
Oh, he get with me, I'm gonna change him. He gonna
right,
pay my child support.
right,
He don't pay shit.
right.
Then when you get a nigga that's willing that want to take care of his, you tell that man, if you buy that kid some sneaks, you gotta get out. That's weird to me. Why are you being weird to me?
What's up, Katie? You ready?
Yep, I am ready. I
All right.
am ready. And
Yeah.
y'all, on Thursdays we all meet, but there was a post that Nell shared in our group, and I decided to go with that. But I'm going to put a little twist on it. So I want y'all to follow me into Storyland. Um, one of the hosts shared this story with us, a post that he saw. And I'm just going to put it into a story form because, as Neil always say, I am a narrative, right? So follow me here. We got two very good friends, pretty close friends, and my friend, I'm just gonna say it like this. Ebony, I'm gonna use us on this baby, okay?
Damn.
Me and Ebony are friends. Ebony put her husband out. Okay. Ebony husband comes to live with me. Okay. Wait a minute now. Just let me do this. Okay. I know how it went
Go ahead.
because it started out my friend's husband. Okay. She put the husband out, the husband come live with me. Now, the reason that she put the husband out was the husband gave her herpes. So she put the husband out. Then the husband come over, sets it up on me. Now, how come he's not concerned about my health? Now, this is the reason, ladies, listen to me good. Listen to me good. He gave her herpes, but then the friend confessed that she gave the husband the herpes, but he didn't know that. So he's back sitting with her, giving her herpes, and she's saying that he don't even know that she gave it to him. Why is he not concerned about her health? Now, what I said was he know very well where he got that herpes from. The guys have a different view of it, but I say he know that he got herpes from her. He ain't saying anything, but for her to be messing with her man's husband, her friend's husband, that's the part that got me. Ladies, what do y'all think about a female that will first of all mess with her friend's husband, but then pass along herpes, knowing that it's going to send it to her friend anyway?
Hold on, KD. So do he even know that he got herpes?
Didn't the post say that now?
Seemed like he did know. Yeah, from the post, it seemed like
He
he
put
did
him
know
out
because
because
the
he contracted her. All right. So paraphrase what Katie said.
She
But a
gave him
friend,
her.
Ebony had herpes, right? She got it from her boyfriend. Her boyfriend. She then put her boyfriend out. Her boyfriend went to go live with KD. But in that process of him putting her out, the reason how he got the herpes was from KD. KD had it first, gave it to him. He took it home, gave it to Ebony. Ebony said, "Nigga, get the hell out. You and herpes." So he came to go live with Karen. Karen says, "Damn, I know why she put him out. Because of herpes. Right. Herpes is the reason why she put him out, and I know where he got the herpes from. He got it from me. But why is he not telling me that he has herpes? Is he not concerned about my health and well-being?
Because he does not know that he got the herpes from me.
The question is, he knows he has herpes.
But he don't know where he got the herpes.
Telling me that he has it, but he's still sexing me.
Because he don't know
so
where.
Her question.
I don't know where he got
Why
it
is
from.
he not? Why is he not concerned about my well-being enough to tell me that he has herpes?
Ma'am, you wasn't concerned about nobody's well-being, so how dare you?
Right.
I'll say he know where he got it from. He know where he got it from me. He know.
Nasty ass.
Yeah, like, and you cheating with your friend's husband. Nobody's practicing safe sex, stepping outside of their marriage.
Right.
Like, somebody had to know that they had something, and even if they don't, like, you're gonna know at some point. Like, if you don't know that you got it or you're a carrier of it, you're gonna know at some point. So, what the hell is going on?
I can't get over being the friend part.
Right.
I
mean,
mean,
this is just a clusterfuck.
Y'all know that this happens a lot, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do know that happened a lot. You know, when I was in the medical field, a lady was going to have surgery, and she had to give her own blood because of her religion. Very nice lady in her early 60s, married, went to give her own blood, and we had to give her the news that she was HIV positive. She didn't even know her husband had infected her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah.
So
and
what
it's
kind
just like
I think I'm lost here is the original question was, she asked, why is he not why did he not tell me he has herpes? Is he not concerned about my well-being and safety?
Wait a minute. Is she concerned about his well-being and safety?
Right. That's what I said. Like, you're not caring about your friend. You ain't caring about her husband. You ain't caring about nobody. So now you want somebody to care about you, though.
That's the whole
question.
That's wild.
Ebony said, and my friend Ratchet. Now, Ebony, you know this one. We just ratchet tonight, Ebony. But yeah, that's a ratchet move right there. That's a ratchet move.
So are y'all mad at him for not saying anything now?
I ain't mad at him. Because he know
mad at him for not saying anything to her.
Right.
I mean, I feel like that's just continuing the fucking nasty cycle. Like, at some point, somebody gonna have to say, "Listen, I don't know what."
Then yeah, that would be wrong of him. But he know he got it from that nasty helpful.
But he might not know.
Right, and maybe he don't know. But then that's saying that, okay, you stepping out on your wife raw, not just with one person, but now this technically can be maybe another person bringing into the mix, like, because if you don't know who you might have gotten it from, you know what I mean? So it's just being very careless here.
Yeah. Okay, very so careless. What's wrong with that narrative that he don't know that he got it from her, which means he's more than likely sexually active with even more people? Well, he's giving it to his wife already. The wife put him out. So he figured, okay, this one right here is my next one that I know love me. I'm just going to go on and set her up. Hell, I'm just going to infect her. He just don't care at this point.
Wait a
He
minute.
don't care.
You saying he's just smashing for a place to live?
Basically. I mean, well, see, his thinking is, well, I've given it to my wife. I don't have sex with her, so she already got it. That's his thinking by now. But
Right.
until she says something to me, I don't, it's just there. But he figured he already done gave it to her anyway.
I don't know, man. This story is all over the place. And the fact that people are in real life, forget this story. The fact that people are in real life
having to deal with this stuff.
like,
Yeah, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
sad situation.
Yeah,
I've
it
seen it a
is.
couple times where women had to find that out, and men.
Mm-hmm.
It's
But you know
not.
what?
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
It's two people to blame here, and there's one victim. And the victim is the wife.
The wife.
As the victim, not only is she being victimized by her husband bringing home a disease and giving it to her, but also her best friend, who
Mm-hmm.
who at all costs should know better. Not only should she know better in sleeping with her husband, but also she should have that friend code that saying, "What's mine is mine and it's not yours." But then also being able to speak up and saying, "I know where this came from," or to safeguard yourself because I got it and you sleeping with this man.
right.
Even if your friendship is over at that moment, if you care and you vitalize and you prioritize your friend as being a friend in your life, then you stopped at that right there at the moment, right? And say, hey, I want you to know that I am sleeping with your husband, as hard as that may sound to you. And the reason why I'm telling you is because I'm carrying a disease that if it comes to you will affect you as well. And I love you just enough to make sure that you don't get infected. But the friend don't care. And it's one of those situations where it's almost like I want everybody to get it that can, because I got it.
Yeah.
But I now want you to be concerned about my well-being and tell me you got this.
But now I would suggest going to that friend, telling that friend that, because your ass gonna die right then and there. I would snap if my friend came to me and said that. I mean, I would snap.
Become
And
Katie,
I know I would.
y'all.
Better write me in a letter and go
but this
far,
is the thing,
far
right?
away so I can't
This is the
find
thing.
you.
If my friend came to me,
Until I can cool down.
if my friend came to me and told me, I'm sleeping with your wife, and I want you to know this before you sleep with her again. I'm infected with whatever I'm infected with, monkeypox, HIV, herpes, whatever. I'm gonna respect that.
Shit.
You know why?
I'm catching a
They ain't sleep
case.
with me yet. And they telling me on the strength of I know what I did with them. I ain't gotta be friends with them ever again, but I respect it enough that you came to me when she ain't have enough guard to. That's why I don't put people on pedestals. The moment you put somebody on a pedestal, you never think they could do this to you. So you become unconscious of what is really going on.
Right.
Then you don't want to realize, oh, my best friend did me wrong, along with my boyfriend or my husband. Right? She owes it to both of them to be honest. She was wrong on all facets. One, not protecting him, because she infected somebody new. She is the criminal in this investigation. She's the pastor on her. So it's her responsibility if she gonna sleep with him, knowing that that's her best friend's husband, and he gonna take her home to somebody that I'm supposed to love and care about, my best friend. Then you wrong on all fronts. Yes, he has. Yes,
She showed not to be a friend by even messing with him. I mean, that showed the type of person she is anyway.
Absolutely. But then too, he also has a responsibility as well to protect his woman. He failed to do so. His repercussions are he's no longer with her. Now, do he have that same responsibility to this jump off that he do to his woman?
Right.
If I could sleep with you and you sleeping with me on a regular, you don't respect her, but you want me to respect you.
Right.
That's where y'all get messed up. Y'all think somebody gonna leave home when they're not.
Right.
Exactly.
Y'all think somebody gonna treat y'all the way that they treating somebody else. They not.
Mm-mm.
You're not.
No, because if they cheated right there, what make you think you so special?
She didn't care about her friend.
I totally agree with that, Neil.
She didn't care about her friend. She knew what she got. She didn't care about her friend or him.
That's right.
She probably was wrong. You got a lot of people that once they get something like that, they go on this rampage of this. Just I'm gonna make sure everybody go through what I'm going through. Right. They become heartless, emotionless. Because what else is there to have? There's nothing else that in their mind. The next thing that they're going to face is death. There's no end all. There's an end all be all to this, and it's not a cure. So they're saying, shit, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna do what I can do. That's why it always goes back to how can I safeguard myself? What can I do to put myself in a situation where if any of this comes about, I've always protected myself. Now, damn, we don't expect our husbands to bring us nothing home or our wives to bring us nothing home. Right. But we got to make sure that we also hold them accountable. Right. Got to hold people accountable. If you don't, it's shame on you. Right. Not shame on them. It's shame on you because you allowed them to do it to you.
Right.
So, T, would you do like Nell? And you would go to the man, because look at what Ebony said that her husband would have done if somebody would have said that to him about I slept with your wife. I'm telling you, that ain't something that you want to tell somebody in person.
That's the thing, though, right?
I would not do that.
Regardless of somebody shoot me, regardless of somebody fight me, I still did what I had to do.
I mean, I would admit to it. I would tell them and let them know I just would not go to their face. Because I mean that type of news can make somebody snap.
So you texting them that, okay?
I'll write a letter. I'm telling you not, write a letter and get
this from them as I can. If my balls is big enough to go sleep with your fucking husband or your wife, then my balls gotta be big enough to confront you. To tell you what it is.
That's all right.
Right.
Maybe in your life doing that,
if you ballsy, be ballsy enough.
Yeah,
don't cop a plea now that you
commit suicide.
Hold on. So didn't they say that you supposed to deliver certain messages in person? Ain't that a thing?
Right.
But that ain't one.
That ain't one of them, KD?
That's not one of them, I would think.
All right, look.
Definitely not no text. Maybe
how
a
can I
phone
call
call
you?
if you can't.
Yeah, you might. This next sentence may come out at my mouth and sound crazy. But how can you call me your friend if you can't come at me at my worst time? If I did something that was totally unfriendlike and slept with your wife, I should still be able to come to you and say, I'm infected with this disease. I'm telling you before you mess around with her, because that's what's going on. And who's to say who else she's not sleeping with? Yeah. But I'm telling you before anybody else can tell you, because it's my responsibility to tell you as your friend, but as somebody who knows you personally, who knows what my status is. Stop playing with people. Like that's why I be saying, people, you can't be gangsters with the fingers, with your Twitter fingers. You can't be gangster behind posts like text messages. That ain't gangster.
No, I'm just saying though, something like that can make you snap, like that guy with Ashley.
That type of shit can get you fucking killed.
Right. But
because people don't
do it, you gotta do
know
it.
what's going to happen. You're endangering the lives of others that are under you. If I can't get to you, I'm going to look for your fucking people. So you don't y'all don't understand the world out here nowadays ain't so forgiving.
Right.
They not reading no long paragraph text messages saying,
right.
They looking at that saying, what? This motherfucker ain't even have an opportunity to fucking call me or pull up on me. Let me go find it.
If you did the crime,
let me go fucking.
You stand there and face that. If you did the crime, you gotta stand there and face that. And if you
I'm gonna come to somebody's face with it. Because if it's a rumble, it's a rumble. Right. If it's whatever, it's gonna be whatever. At least I know I'm handling that.
Right.
And whatever is gonna be from that is gonna be from that. But at the end of the day, you're not gonna come out here and you're not gonna box me in a box and have me worrying about my family's well-being, because that's what's gonna happen.
Right.
People don't play no more.
Right.
People ain't taking that shit lightly. Y'all think y'all can just send a long paragraph and y'all can hide behind that. No, people get that shit pisses people off even more. You might have to read that shit on the text.
Right.
You got my phone number. You could have called me and told me this.
Right.
I just think the initial would shocker would just make them. I mean, my personal opinion, make you snap versus you when you read it. Yeah, you're gonna go off the handle, but if you can't get to the person who made you go off the handle, it's gonna give you time to think logically for your own reason and for your loved one. Because if you snap or make them snap or whatever, then you're gonna still hurt your loved ones.
Look at this, right?
Right.
This is what y'all need to understand. The moment y'all take shit into your own hands and y'all act grown, you gotta stand on being grown. The moment you go out here and you fire off one shot, you gotta be prepared for somebody to dump back 16 shots back at you and unload that clip. You can't tell them, oh, stop now because you already got one shot off. I shot one time. You only supposed to shoot one time. No, they coming how they coming. So the moment you step outside and you do something that ain't the fuck supposed to be done, you allow yourself to be put in any position that they gonna put you in. So what you gotta do is you gotta stand on it. However you gotta stand on it, stand on it. Right. We talk about we outside and we doing all this. Y'all don't understand what that means. So if I pull up on you and say, I'm coming to you on a strength. I'm coming to you on a strength, because what happens is it not the same pain, or even worse, if you come to find out that I gave it to your wife and I didn't tell you before you even had an opportunity to safeguard yourself. Right. What happens if we was out in Miami, shit got crazy. She ain't get back home yet. But I said, damn, I fucked up. Let me go home and tell this nigga what I did. Before his wife come back and sleep with him and he think everything cool. Now I'm protecting you from any of that. Yeah, you can have beef with me for the rest of your life, but just know I'm protecting you from it. Now what's going to come of it is going to come of it. But at least you know, shorty is skank, and she hot.
Right.
Right.
Now,
you
I
ain't gotta be hot.
that,
You just gotta put her shit out.
There's not many men who would do that. Not many women.
But what's going to happen? So if I give it to you, if I don't stand on that and I send you a text message, are you not going to want to fucking kill me? You still gonna want to do it. So it's still going to be there. Like, that's why I said y'all gotta be ready for these actions that y'all going to reciprocate by doing this shit. If you can't do it, stay your ass on the porch. You can come outside, stay on the porch. You know what I mean? You can still tell people you outside, but sit your ass on that porch. Don't come off them steps. Because the moment you step in them streets on that asphalt, it's a different world out there.
Right.
It's a different world out there. And y'all might say it's bullshit. Y'all might say it's you wouldn't do that in real life. You got some people who got to stand on what they got to stand on. And they believe in that because at the end of the day, that's what it is.
And see, that's what I'm saying too, Nell. In today's world, I understand what you're doing. That's real big of you. And I mean, I can't say how big of you that is. But in today's world, in the real world, the way people are quick to bust on you.
But that's what he's saying. He's saying, you can't do the first action then. if you know that motherfuckers is crazy, don't do the first action. That's
action. Right. And that's the thing too. And then not only that, sometimes you don't have a situation where it comes out such as this. You know what I mean? So the shit is just still happening and still circling because something that done happened that never came out or it never came to fruition and light, and everybody's still doing everything. And then you don't get a chance or opportunity to do it like this sometimes. And then it makes the matter even fucking worse. So it's like, the shit is just crazy. Like, you shouldn't be doing it in the first fucking place.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
In the
You
perfect
know.
world, they don't, but we live in an imperfect world.
Mm-hmm.
Just
That's
put the
that.
gloves on, fellas. If you're gonna cheat, put the glove on. Protect
Hold up, ladies.
home.
Don't do that,
Right.
KD. Don't do that. Don't say put the gloves on, ladies, because we ain't fucking our hands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. We all
but
gotta
I'm
be
Ladies,
saying
careful.
protect
he
yourself.
was
Yeah, we all
married.
gotta be
He was.
No, no,
careful.
no, no.
Yeah.
No,
Ladies,
no.
protect
Hear me
yourself.
well.
Protect
Mm-hmm.
He
yourself.
was married. He had
Protect
a wife to
yourself.
protect. She didn't have nothing to protect. So, females, if you're married, protect your husband. But I'm just saying, he was the one who was in the marriage, not
Right.
her.
Right.
So
Right.
it was his responsibility to protect his marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely correct. But let's stop. Let's stop. Don't put just the onus on men. Women,
I'll say
prepare.
it, women too.
Protect
Who have
yourself.
husbands, if you're cheating, protect
Mm-hmm.
your
Not
husband.
even if you cheat, and
Mm-hmm.
ladies, walk around with fucking condoms in your pocketbook if you fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Don't rely on a man to come with a fucking condom. Or even if he do, make sure that shit ain't broke. Make sure that shit ain't got
Right.
holes in it. People crafty out here. Crafty.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that shit ain't stale and old. You got some people who got condoms and they could be in good shape, but they could be stale and old. Yeah, they buy it from a little corner store. The corner store ain't checking the date. They giving you a condom and taking your dollar. You never know. You got to make sure that you putting yourself in the most healthiest situations possible. We talked about this shit last week on the fucking show. Monkeypox is real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
COVID is real. Next week we're gonna have something like donkeypox. It's gonna be something new. We gotta protect ourselves. If not, you only gonna be laid up in the bed, wishing coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I should have did this. I could have did that. I should have did that.
Mm-hmm.
Hating yourself
Right.
because you ain't protect yourself.
Right.
Yep.
That's our show. That's our
Yes.
show. Episode 92 was in the books, people. Thank you for always rocking with us. I know we got the craziest shit we talk about. We talk about some crazy stuff. Be it.
Ebony, I'm sorry we had to use you tonight.
Right.
You might need to check it. You might need to check into that. Too freely with the comparisons. But episode
You know better.
Hold on, y'all. I do want to say that Nipsey Hussle is getting his Hollywood star tomorrow. So
Yeah.
what up, Nip?
Good.
And
What up, Nip? Also, too, and entertainment news, the young lady that's on my shirt, you may have been looking. No, it's not my girlfriend. No, it's not my fiance. It's
Because it's not.
her.
Because
That's
it's
T's girl.
Yeah.
That's T's girl. I'm making love to T's girl tonight. No, the reason why I'm wearing a her shirt is one, because the young lady has stepped up and made a donation in the kids' names of the two kids at the Sesame Place thing. And also she gave a big donation towards the Charm 6 girls as well. So I just wanted to show her some love on our podcast because she's doing some amazing things for the young people of Philadelphia. And also is an amazing singer. So we wanted to make sure that we showed you some respect tonight. You know what I mean? T, I'm sorry. I don't got herpes, so you ain't got to worry about me bringing it home to with your girl. T loves her, like we all do. Also, merchandise. I know y'all always see us with an Uncensored Minds t-shirt, a Tailor-Made Kicks t-shirt, any t-shirt that represents the 4 of our brands. If you're interested in merchandise, please hit us up. We will make sure we get that to you. That way you can be shining.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What is this all about? What's going on?
Whoa!
What is happening?
Happy Queen Day.
That's right.
It's coming tomorrow, yes.
Yo, before we get up out of here, make sure we say happy birthday, Queen.
Put it in.
All right.
Thank you.
Put it in there. Put it in there.
Look, my girl.
Slide past without getting her.
Thank you, Tez.
She was
that was so sweet of her. He like, y'all ain't finna bypass this.
What you say? What you say, T?
You was trying to slide past without getting your birthday punches. That's what that was.
Yeah, I definitely was.
Tez won't let that happen.
Cool. 11:23.
Happy birthday, E.
Thanks,
She's
Tess.
54 years old.
Happy birthday, lady.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. The big 4-4.
Oh,
Oh,
four,
wow.
Yeah, the
Special
big
number,
four
girl.
four.
Four,
Yes,
four,
yes,
Special number.
yes.
We gotta
So
take
I'm
you to
looking
Wendy's.
for an amazing year around the sun this go round.
We gotta take you to Wendy's tomorrow. Then get you a 4 for 4.
Oh, listen, a 4-for-4. There we go. Thank you,
Uh-huh.
everybody. I truly appreciate all the birthday wishes. Thank you so much. Appreciate you
And
guys.
It's okay there.
I want to the 18th. The 18th is that Wednesday, Thursday.
What are we talking about?
Anyway,
Yes,
on the
Thursday.
18th, everyone, I was asked to be a speaker at an event for Hearts of Hollywood magazine. And it's their lunch party, their summer lunch party. So I will be speaking via Zoom. Their time, my time, our time is going to be, I think, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. But I'm going to put the link up. But they are out in California time, so I have to get the times converted. But anyway, it is going to be on the 18th. If you all can be there for my and support of me, much appreciation to you. If you all have not purchased a magazine, I ask that you please go out and purchase the Hearts of Hollywood magazine. Giovanna Salas is the owner. She's a very, very extravagant businesswoman. I love her to death. But go out, purchase the magazine. It has a full layout of me with my interview in there. But again, if you have the time on the 18th,
The full layout like the Tatas was out or something. She was like, yeah.
it's just a full interview of me.
Oh,
It's a
congrats.
2-page.
Don't get a
And
surprise.
here's what say what now?
Ain't no surprise in there. No open up.
No, this is a very classy magazine, guys. Now, I'm not gonna say the next one won't be in like a penthouse, but this one right here is an international.
So penthouse ain't classic.
But this is an international Hollywood magazine. So yeah, and I am honored and proud that I was even included into the magazine. But when I say 2-page layout, it's just a 2-page full article of an interview. So
that's
18th,
great.
and please go out and purchase the magazine. And thank you, Abby, of course, for always being there for me.
What up,
Yes, congratulations. That's so dope, Katie.
Thank
Congrats.
We got this is a big week for us here at Uncensored Minds. Each birthday is tomorrow. KD is getting honored with
I'm trying to think of
He will Walk of Fame star. Can't wait. Also, I wanted to dedicate tonight's show to somebody who I lost 12 years ago today. My best friend Lou, he was tragically taken from us today, 12 years ago. So I just wanted to dedicate tonight's show in the memory of Luther Hawkins and his 3 beautiful children, Shaziah, Shayan, and Shajir, letting them know that regardless of anything, that their godfather is always going to hold them down, and I'm going to always be there for him and his children. So, unfortunately, it's a somber time, here in the household of mine whenever it comes up to this. But, with the help of my boy T, we always going to make sure that we carry his legacy around with us and just make sure that he take us wherever he goes. So, again, my man Lou right here, we just dedicating tonight's show to him. He follows me wherever I go. He's a very intricate part of not just my life, but also all of us here at Uncensored Minds. So thank you for always rocking with us. This is episode 92. Catch us next week on Wednesday at 8 o'clock for Tell It Made Kicks, episode 61. And also next Sunday at 9 p.m. for episode 93. Again, our 100th episode is October, what's that, 9th?
9th.
October 9th. We will have some amazing, amazing things leading up to that 100 show and so forth and so on. Anybody out there that's facing any trials and tribulations, anybody with any success stories, anybody with anything going on in life, Our prayers are always with you. We support you and we love you. Thank you again for supporting us all here at Uncensored Minds. We'll see you next week.
See you next
Got
week.
it.
Birthday again,
Peace. Have a good
Eve.
night and good week. Thank you, Katie. Thank you, everybody.
Birthday punches. Birthday punches.